I know we have a lot of people here from different schools, parents, friends and guests. In due time, I'm going to recognize all of you. But right now, I'm going to do a little bit of housekeeping. And you're going to help me follow through. Before then, I want us to stay up our energy because the energy I'm seeing right now is a little bit down. Right? I'm going to teach you how to clap. Right? And that's how we're going to clap throughout this event. Are we together? No, the energy is low. Are we together? I have a lot of young people here, so I want to see you shout. Are we together? Very good. I'm going to teach you what we call locomotive clapping. You're going to start from the smallest finger, this way, then to your thumb. Are we good? Are we good? Let's try it. 1, 2, go. The next one. The next one. The next one. Then the final one. Thank you so much. So when you hear, let's clap, that's when we're going to clap. Are we good? Good. And I'm going to also teach us one more thing. When you hear MindThePlastic Naija challenge, you're going to chorus something. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Did you get that? Did you get that? And when I say MindThePlastic Naija challenge,
yes,
you say what?
Reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Now, let's take the energy a little bit higher. Okay? MindThePlastic Naija challenge.
Reduce, reuse, and recycle.
One more time. MindThePlastic Naija challenge.
Reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Good. Very important because this is one way for us to understand what we are doing. Participate in every activity that has been curated for this event. Alright? You have any question, you want to ask anybody anything, anybody wearing this particular shirt and wearing can help you answer any questions that you have. Want to use the restroom, please, it's behind this hall. Okay? I think we are good. So right now, when I introduce anybody, I want you to please appreciate them and clap for them to recognize the presence of the Special Advisor to Lagos State Governor on Climate Change and Circular Economy, Tisla Oshodi. Put your hands together for her. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. Thank you so much. And also, I want to recognize Head of Partnership, Grant Management, and Innovation, representing General Manager LASEPA, Dr. Bukola Olisa. Put your hands together for him. Is he here? Okay. Okay. And right about now, if we are ready, I think we start with the national anthem. Okay, please let's all be standing. Dean of SPPG, the School of Politics, Policy and Government. You're welcome, man. You're welcome, man. We are really honored to have you in our midst. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I feel very excited. We are complete now. Thank you. Can we have the national anthem, please? yourself once again. Please kindly be seated. Thank you so much. We're going to do something very quickly before we have our opening remark. And that will be very important thing we're going to do, right? I know many of you will be wondering why are we having a no plastic event, Mind the Plastic Challenge event. The truth is that all over the world, it is now visible to the blind and for the people to be there that we face an existential race, right? Beyond our environment, beyond the flood, the climate crisis that we all face, right? The world is at risk because of the unpleasant way we use plastic. And in this event, beyond the competition, there will be speeches, there will be interesting conversations. All right, let's wrap up with that. I'm going to call one person from the students to play. Okay, hi, the beautiful lady of glasses. Not like that, yes, you. No, you, yes. No, don't do that again. Don't do that, please. You don't have to step out, please. Tell us who you met.
I met Felicia.
Who is Felicia? Follow, please, can you stand up, please? Put your hands together for Folu. Please, what's her name? What?
Sorry.
You're just telling her your name right now. Meetings like this are very important, right? Connecting with people is a very great thing that you need to be very serious about. Let's try the guys. Thank you so much. How many pass the mic to this guy here? Oh, you seem very, very ready. Okay, please, your name. No, not your name, please. So, who did you meet? Everybody, are you the head girl? So, okay. Follow. What's his name? You don't know. So, I can say the guy was more interested in connecting with Follow, and Follow is, okay. Put your hands together for them, please. Thank you so much. Thank you. Because of time, we're going to head straight into the activities of the day. And I have the pleasure to welcome Olumide Oyiwole for his welcome address. Put your hands together for Olumide. Keep clapping until Olumide comes here. Thank you so much, Olumide.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
I'm excited to be here today. So if you know you'll be the winner, your school will be the winner, your shout has to be the loudest. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to be looking around. If you know your school will win today, let your shout be the loudest. 1, 2, 3.
Yes!
Okay. You guys seem to be warming up. Probably when you see what other schools are doing, you'll be gingered to, up your game. But yes, once again, I'd like to welcome everyone, standing on existing protocols like Kelechi has established. And I'll just go right into the welcome address. It is with immense pride and deep gratitude that I stand before you today on this momentous occasion, the grand finale of the MindThePlastic Naija Challenge. My mind is as a Plastic Naija Challenge. Hail now, we've done a lot of work to get here. It's been countless hours of meetings, a lot of planning and preparation into this, and we are just excited that we has finally come. So yes, I'm very, very honored to be giving this welcome address and to really, really be here today on this occasion that is an amazing one. Today we celebrate not just the culmination of months of hard work, collaboration and dedication, but also the beginning of a lasting impact on our environment, our communities, and our country as a whole. When we first embarked on this journey, we knew that it was not going to be an easy task, and my colleagues can bear witness. It's a lot of gas books, raising funds, getting judges, getting people. It was a lot of work. But like I said, we're glad that we're here today. But we knew that we needed to do this because this is a challenge that is imminent in our society. as we all agree, for you to even be seated here today, it means that you agree that plastic pollution is a menace in our society and it needs to be fought. So irrespective of the issues and the time and all the energy we have to put into this, I dare say it's worth it because we realize that this is a problem that we need to solve. This initiative has shown us that change is not only possible but achievable when we work together with a shared vision. And we are here today because members of the team, members of the SPPG, all of us have worked tirelessly with a shared vision to make sure that this program is a success and will make an impact to reduce the plastic that is in our waters. Starting from Lagos State, starting with you Eco Champions, young ones who have decided to take the step to be bold enough to do something about this menace that we all cry about. We need to see to the end. We need to do something that is sustainable, not just to tick the box, but to ensure that we make a difference that is lasting. And I'm glad that you students are part of this history making that is happening here today. So give yourself a round of applause. Each participating school here today has taken on the challenge of not just thinking about plastic waste, but acting on it. They have applied themselves to finding ways to reduce, reuse, recycle, and rethink the use of plastic in their schools. All of you got waste bins, and that was strategic. We donated those waste bins because we wanted to, walk the talk, not just tell you to use plastic and all that, but we needed to ensure that we guided you to know that this is what to do. So we put those bins there, and I believe that we've seen pictures of some of your schools already using it, which is a motivation to make sure that you reduce, you reuse, you recycle, and then you retain an alternative to the use of plastic. Today is about the schools and students that have worked tirelessly over the months, not just learning about the issue of plastic waste, but creating real practical solutions to address it. And this is why I'm really excited about today. It's not just talk. You guys have really done things that we see, practical things. It's not just, I would say now we are tired of Nigeria. They come and say, we have this policy, we do this, we do that. But one thing that we are proud to do, and my fellow teammates are proud of, is that we are doing something that will make an actual impact. We are going to be seeing prototypes today. We are going to be seeing real life things today. Not just, we can do this with plastic, we can do that with plastic. But with the help of these great minds, we are going to be seeing diverse ways that we can convert plastic, to reduce it, to reuse it, to recycle it, and also to think of a way or a means of using this plastic as an alternative rather than just gathering them or collecting them as people normally do. I want to applaud the hard work, passion, and dedication that each student, teacher, and team has put into their project. You are all pioneers in this movement towards a more sustainable future. And regardless of the final results today, each one of you is already a winner for taking bold steps towards solving this critical problem. Like I said, it's not really about the prize, it's not really about who is first or second, but it's about the fact that you decided to be part of those who will make a difference. So I'd like all of you to just echo, I'm a winner. I'm a winner. And whether you get the prize today or not, be rest assured that you are a winner because you've done something that most people would not do. And I dare say that this is really an impressive thing you've done because while I was your age, I didn't care about plastic action. Even when they say it, people were not really talking about it, but even when they say it, I don't care. But for you to have been conscious enough to put in the work that you put in, then it means that you realize that you are all winners and that you are making an impact even in the society and the community. And I dare say that you guys are not just the leaders of tomorrow, but you're already showing how great leaders you are going to be from today. So give yourselves a round of applause today. To our sponsors and partners, thank you for believing in this initiative and for supporting the young minds who will shape the future of environmental protection in our nation. Your commitment has empowered these schools to go beyond the classroom and apply learning to real-world challenges. So we just want to appreciate, all our sponsors. This would not have been possible without, your support. We had mentors, we had people who give us financial support, support in kind, support in every means. So we want to take this opportunity to really just acknowledge our sponsors and say thank you for believing in us, for trusting in us and being a part of this movement. And I would like, the audience to just give our sponsors a round of applause. To the students, as you showcase your solutions, this is your moment. You are solution makers, the innovators and the leaders of tomorrow. As you present this work today, remember that what you are doing here matters, not just for this competition, but for the future of our planet. We are counting on you guys today. After doing all of this presentation, let it not go to waste. Make sure that you put it into practice and you do what is required to make sure that we have a sustainable future. And for those who will just be listening today, I encourage everyone to pay attention and look at what these kids are doing and learn one or two things from them and see how you can also mind the plastic like we are encouraging the students to do today. I'd like to thank everyone here for being part of this grand finale. Let today be a showcase of solutions, a platform for action, and a reminder that together we can solve even the most daunting environmental challenges. We must live here today with a renewed commitment to continue the fight against plastic pollution, not only as individuals, but as a united front. Together, we can create a Nigeria where plastic is minimized. I wish all the participating schools the best of luck as they present their projects. Let the solutions unfold, let the innovation shine, and let the best ideas lead the way forward. Thank you all for being a part of this incredible journey. Together we'll continue to mind the plastic and protect our environment. Thank you very much.
Put your hands together for Olumide. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Olumide has said it all. Little steps towards environmental conservation, protecting our environment is a tsunami of success. For us to build a sustainable society, we must integrate these practices in our daily life, our daily habits. Once again, put your hands together for Olumide. Alright, before we continue, I want to introduce and recognize some institutions that are based. Recognition is a continuous process, so we'll keep doing that as we progress. Now, I want to feel the energy in the room because I want to introduce the schools that are present. Are you ready? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, join me. Recognize Chrisland Lakey. I was thinking Chrisland Lakey will come out with yeah. Join me, welcome, Chrisland Lakey. Alright, thank you so much, Chrisland Lakey. Before I introduce the rest, it's important to know that we have a lot of schools that applied for this competition. And we shortlisted 5 schools who made it to the finals. But here in this room, we just have 4 because one of them had some issues and they couldn't make it to this event. However, I know that the guys here are ready to compete. Are you ready?
Yes!
I like that. Are you ready?
Yes!
Very good. Join me, welcome, Green Spring School. Small like this, small like this, small like this. And also join me, welcome, Queen's College, Lagos. Very good, very good. And finally, join me, welcome, Chrisland VGC. Thank you so much, thank you. In the spirit of competition, same schools are competing. It's been very, very interesting. And I'm not going to do this hosting alone. I've been assigned a very beautiful lady that will make me complete on this stage. Please keep clapping as I welcome Mirabel Wodo. Thank you so much, beautiful ladies. Amazing. Mirabel, good to have you join me here today. How are you, Mirabel?
I'm fine, thank you.
You didn't ask how I'm doing.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Okay, thank
All right.
you so much.
Thank you.
Once again, welcome to each and every one of you. Like he said earlier, my name is Chioma Mirabel Wodo, and I'm honored to be here. Please, if you're excited to be here, can you applause me better? Or can you make it louder? Okay, so they say a lot of tell my audience is that I love your applause to be bigger. So I believe the way you clap for other people will also determine how you will be applauded when you get to that stage.
Very true.
So please, as we continue to introduce them. So on this note, I will be welcome the capstone team lead of the SPPG group, Mind, and the people that are part of the MindThePlastic Challenge. He's going to be giving us an overview of the project journey, the goals, and the significance of this finale. Ladies and gentlemen, with a resounding applause, with an amazing ovation, can we make welcome Architect Kelechi Oyike? Please keep clapping.
Mr. President. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Please have a seat. It's so exciting to see all of you here. I feel so excited. This is like a journey that we have been on for about 6 months or so. And so I would like to just tell you a little bit of this story. And it's been nice getting to see a lot of faces during some of our online meetings. Some of the faces we saw there, get to see you here. Thank you so much for being here. Unfortunately, just yesterday we got news from Middle Hall. There were some technicalities, and unfortunately we couldn't make it here. Their lead teacher was almost in tears when she spoke to me before. I'm sure that they'd love to be here, but we're glad that they went very far and they did quite a lot of work which they communicated with us. Unfortunately, they're not here today. Okay, so I'll just our project is MindThePlastic Naija, and then I'll just switch to the next slide, please. All right, so these are the members of the team. The SPG which we enrolled in, which is how we eventually got to this point, has people from all over the world. So on that team, we had myself, Kelechi Oyike, there's Rhoda Sado Kunyo, she's in Jos, so she's joining us remotely. Hopefully she's watching online today. Abiola Adebisi, who was in Canada all through the project, but is here in Nigeria for the challenge finals. Motu Oyedele, who is in Ekiti, unfortunately couldn't make the finals. Jimmy Lotz in Adamawa. Olumide Oyewolenge, who we saw earlier on. Joseph Iyalede, who is in Ibadan. Ebaide Omoinu, who is in Abuja. Winnie Fechu, also in Abuja. Heritage, Imoyara, who's outside the corner over there, running around doing other things. Blessing Olaniyo, also in Abuja. Kelechi BTS, our wonderful co-MC. Jeremiah Adete, somewhere in the oil fields in Bayelsa at the moment. And Ayomide Temidayo. So it's been a teamwork, exciting project with Vino. So I'll just tell you really what this is all about. So I'll just start with an introduction, just to see what the problem really is. So the World Bank tells us that Nigeria is the 10th largest producer of managed plastics in the world, accounting for 2.7% of the global total. And it's projected to generate the most unmanaged plastic waste in Africa by 2050. I'm sure the statistics shouldn't come as a surprise when we see what happens in Lagos when it floods and all the plastic floating on our roads and our drainages and so on. With about 2.5 million tons of plastic waste generated annually, Nigeria ranks 9th globally among the countries with the largest contribution to plastic pollution, and with over 88% of plastic waste generated and is not recycled. So urgent attention is required. Now, our project was situated in Lagos because Lagos really is the epicenter of this epidemic in Nigeria. So Lagos State generates an average of 870,000 tons of plastic waste annually, which accounts for about 15% of the total waste generated in Nigeria. So 88% of the plastic waste in Lagos is not recycled. So let me just move on. So in the SPPG, we were in the 2020 cohort of the SPPG. SPPG, by the way, is a school of politics, policy, and governance. It's an unconventional school intended to create a pipeline of value-based leaders to come into Nigeria's political space and impact our nation. And because of our one-year program, we started in November last year and ended in October. We had our graduation about 2 weeks ago. In the course of the program, we were all required to be members of the capstone group with aimed at giving some kind of impact to society. So about 20 different groups, and I was just one of the 20. Okay, so our capstone group focused on climate change and environmental sustainability, and then we had the Mind the Plastic Challenge, which is an innovation challenge among schools in Lagos State. All right, so I'll just keep the details about the intentions of the challenge, and I'll just talk about the problem. So in the process of trying to understand and unbundle this waste plastic situation, we realized that a key problem is the mindset of the average person and the habits that we have. I'm sure driving in traffic, people throw bottles out, people drop plastics indiscriminately, not realizing the problem is created. So we realized that a key part is the mentality of people, and so that prompted us to say, you know what, we're going to have our objective, which is to create awareness about environmental and socio-economic impact of plastic waste pollution, and then we also want to improve individual responsibility, so that every one of us who's participated in this exercise today, whether you're a guest or a student, for the fact that you have been in this, I'm sure it's going to make you think a lot more about how you act. And they also want to increase the volume of plastic waste that is separated and collected at the household level, which is why we have given special beings to all the schools participating, and even one or two others are not participating. And finally, our aim was to build eco-conscious citizens. We know that by engaging young minds like the students we have here today, we're providing Nigeria with a critical mass of people who have the right attitude and can begin to impact their environment. In the course of interacting with the students, we got to realize that some of them were even creating awareness within that school, which means that the consciousness we tend to have is already happening. All right, so I'll just move on from our capstone group. I'll just talk quickly about our project, which had a three-pronged approach. So our project had a three-pronged approach. The Mind the Plastic Challenge was the flagship and the main part of it, but there were two other parts. So we had social media conversations, and I'll just flip through a few slides so you see we had social media conversations. We had green nudges, which was messages that we were sending out on our social media channels, on our WhatsApp status, and so on and so forth, nudging people to just act differently. Sometimes when you see someone's status update, it kind of pushes you to do something different. You know, I kept pushing it to our classmates in the SPG, and we got feedback. Somebody said to me, he wanted to discard plastic at some point, and just remember the nudges that were shared on our group. We'll share you through testimonials as we move on. And then of course the flagship was the Plastic Innovation Challenge that we're having the finals today. So looking at those exercises, so we had the conversations, we had social media conversations. So you can just move back a bit. Just like that. Okay, so we had social media conversations, we had space conversations, we had panelists with some experts. Interestingly, the SC of the governor who is here today was actually one of our panelists in one of those space sessions. And so we had engagements, and so we had people talking about this challenge, talking about this problem, and trying to engage many people online. So we had those engagements. So we had two of those engagements. One of them was on the 27th of July, and the other was on the 17th of August, sorry. And then you can see move to the next slide. I was talking about testimonials for those engagements. You see, in the course of those engagements, people were giving us feedback. It was an exciting session, it was a great conversation, and it was great work and so on. So that was our way of creating enlightenment amongst people. So then we had the green nudges, and I talked about the green nudges earlier. That each of these posters was pushed out on social media through different channels, and we still have them. We can keep circulating them. The idea is that when people see this on their social media status or on Instagram or Facebook or whatever social media platform, it kind of creates an impact on their behavior. Interestingly, in the SPG, there was a special class we took on nudging, and this was one of the things that caused us to do this. We realized that sometimes in very subtle ways, you can influence by just suggestive behavior, by doing certain things that suggestive, and that was what the green nudges were about. So we had a few of them. And then we had the MindThePlastic Naija challenge. After that, the MindThePlastic Naija challenge had 6 stages, right? There was the registration stage where we just put out the notice all over, and then many schools were just encouraging a lot of people to indicate interest. And there were a number of schools that indicated interest at the registration level. And then we now moved on to the idea generation. So all the schools that indicated interest were required to send us to brainstorm. So we did some awareness at the schools and required them to brainstorm and send us a proposal. So they submitted, the third stage was to submit the proposals. Then after reviewing the proposals, we had the finalists selected. And after the finalist selection, we then went into the prototype development. And during the prototype development, we engaged the schools virtually to kind of understand how they were doing and what their ideas were, to discuss and give them some feedback on the work they were doing. And then from that stage, now brings us to the climax of this, which is the final presentation, where the schools have participated, will make their presentations, and then our panel, our distinguished panel of judges here, will evaluate the ideas. Our judges have not seen most of this before now, and so they are meeting the schools for the first time, so they are independent judges that will be looking at the most innovative ideas. So, yeah, these pictures of the different, because we're sliding through different pictures of the different schools we went to, and interestingly, there was one particular school we went to, and that school, we featured them today as a peculiar category. It's called Isrina. In the course of this, finals, Isrina school, I believe that's the Isrina school coming in. In the course of these finals, they'll tell their unique story about the phenomenal work they're doing. So we went there, we built some awareness, and we even took some learning points from their story. So the finals, Ajola. Sorry. The final schools, okay, I think the schools have been introduced already. There's a slide with the logos of the schools. That video was taken in our visit to Israel. Now, so let me put your hands together for them. That story will move your heart. We'll get to talk about the issues that they couldn't make it into this. Alright, so photographs, the next photographs will show you pictures of some of the waste bins that we hand over to the schools. Yeah. So these are pictures of us handing over the waste sorting bins. So some of this was Christian Lekki. The next one should be BC Mines, I think. BC Mines, and after that, Middle Hall. We also delivered bins to some of the other schools. And then the other pictures you'll see are pictures of some of our engagements with the students. You can see the excited students from Green Springs. The next one, the students from Christian PGC. And after that, you see pictures from the Queen's College girls, where we had an online session with them. And then interestingly, in the course after this engagement, this was a very exciting moment for us, right? So I told you that there were 20 capstone groups, and there was some kind of competition to see the best capstone groups. And our capstone group, MindThePlastic, was ranked the 3rd best capstone group. Someone said to me that if we had done the finals before our graduation, that maybe would have been the best capstone group. But some of my IC people are up on the balcony. Thank you for can see the Neka, Firewood, and Tishoba. Thank you for joining us here. I saw I know something. Thank you, I know. Thanks for coming. These are just about competitors in other capsules. So they're here to celebrate with us. Thank you. Alright, so it was an honor, it was really a joy. We can move to the next one. It was a joy to celebrate some of my phenomenal classmates. We were all celebrating us online. So let me just close this by saying about this story. Like Olumide alluded to earlier, we started this really to check a box. It was a requirement for us to graduate, and we got in so we can just do it. And at the beginning, I thought, you know what, okay, let's just do something interesting. Let's just get it over with. But in the course of doing this thing, I can say that this project didn't just impact society, it actually changed me. So a few days, sometime, I wrote this, you see that testimony I wrote there. Sometime I went to a pharmacy, after we had been learning about plastic waste management, I went to a pharmacy near my house. And then when they were selling some lozenges, I had a code. when they sold me the suits, I couldn't just put them in my palm, and I just took them away. I didn't want the plastic bag, because I knew that by declining that plastic bag, I was reducing plastic waste consumption. Sometime later, I went to my kids, my daughter is somewhere here. We went to buy something too. We had drinks we were buying for an event. And normally we put them in bags. So I just said, you know what, I just put them in the cart, I rolled them to the car, and I took the drinks directly and put them in the car. I was like, every action like that reduces the use of plastic. So I'm grateful that this, I thank our dean who is here, the dean of the SPG. We are grateful for this opportunity, because not only have we had an opportunity to make an impact in the future of our nation and in the world around us and in our environments, we also have our lives changed. And so just a quick, to just say that, so this final is really about the combination of the modes of hard work, learning, and collaboration. And I'll say that our sustainability plan is that, thankfully, because we were third prize winners at the capstone at the graduation, we've been told that there are likely to be sponsors who are interested in partnering with. We are also looking at creating a special relationship with this Rena school that is here. They will tell their stories. Rena School is a school that collects plastic waste and uses it to pay school fees of underprivileged children. They will tell that story because of this. And so we are having a partnership with them, hoping to even use some of the plastic we're collecting, even from some of the schools, to help support that project with this Rena. And then we intend with our alumni network to keep all participants alive, so we can keep the passion alive and see how we can continue to carry this going forward. So thank you very much for coming here, and thank you for hearing our story and joining so far. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I want to congratulate the MindThePlastic Naija. Please be very quick. One of the things that the CEO is supposed to be here, and one of the things she talks about is the need for us to roar. When you see people making giant strides like this, I want you to roar for this capstone members. Roar! Thank you very much. Thanks for what you're doing. Thank you for the contribution you are making to the society. This is the reason why the SPG is founded by a very well-reputable woman that you all may know. Do you know the woman I want to talk about? Dr. Obi Ezekwesili. Please give her a round of applause. Someone who has turned around a situation to fortune. You know, she contested for presidency in Nigeria and realized that there are a lot of issues that needed to be changed. And so rather than just going back and say, oh, I didn't win the election, she decided to turn it around and start training people who can change the order of the day. Is that not how it's supposed to be? Now look at part of what she's doing has led to this very beautiful idea. We had about 20 beautiful ideas. And I was like, I think you're one of our mentors. May I just represent our mentor, but can you give them a round of applause? Thank you very much. Thank you very much for mentoring. So that's what SPG is about. It's about transformative change. And we do it in different ways, and this is one of the ways. So I want to thank the capstone members for putting this together. They came third. Probably would have, won. Yeah, let's keep thinking. I don't want to say much because you who came second there. Yeah. So, yeah. So I want to thank you because this is where to start from. Starting from students, young children, because if they grow up with that consciousness, of finding the plastic, it will not be a problem for Nigeria. Everybody knows in the coming 1 month, they are going for the United Nations COP 29. You can imagine, they now have 29. That's the 29th year that they are holding that meeting. And the essence of that meeting is to look to address global warming, climate change issues, and other things, which shows that it is not.
She was appointed Senior Special Assistant to the Lagos State Governor and later appointed as the Special Advisor to the Governor of Lagos State on Climate Change and Circular Economy in 2023. Tikera holds academic qualifications from Lagos State Polytechnic with an OMD in Business Administration. She also holds a BSc in Economics from Olabisi Onabanjo University. She also holds professional certificates from prestigious institutions including Metropolitan School of Business and Management in the United Kingdom and Harvard Kennedy School in US. She is a member of the Corporate Ethics and Compliance USA, the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management Nigeria, and the Institute of Strategic
beautiful young ones here. I think the people who invite me for these programs, they know where the passion points is for me. There is no event that involves children and youth that I would not listen to. And I think they know that. Why? Yesterday we had a full day. It was our Akoka breakfast meeting, and I will touch a little bit on that as we continue, but I think I'd just like to first and foremost acknowledge all of these young ones who have done so much, in bringing together the narrative about moving plastic away, diverting them away from where they would have landed. Kudos to you, kudos to all the thoughts and innovations that you are going to bring to bear today. I also want to applaud the parents. It's important that we acknowledge the days that these children have bothered them with these ideas. The sleepless nights that they have also worked together to bring to form the ideas and the innovations. You should clap for your parents. I want to say thank you to Capstone and SPPG for this laudable project, this laudable event. I want to say thank you to the convener and also please express our appreciation and also to the dean. It's interesting because I also noted that we have a majority of ladies. That was also a very, very nice observation, because the truth about it is this. Whether you like it or not, if you want to score anything right now in the global space, gender equality is a mark to indicate. It's a strong indicator. When I started with our office in Office of Climate Change and Circular Economy, I was by the job description, it looked as if I was going to have a lot of women. And then it was my daughter, she works in the subsidiary of the UN, and she said, you're not living up to the expectations of the sustainable development. And I said, why? What do you mean? She said, no, we have a majority of guys in your office. We have just 2 in a space of 10 guys. I said, we should have at least 50 to 60% of the female. And it was a light bulb moment, because sometimes we get carried away. Even though I do understand that we need to balance capacity with competence and all of that, but it's also about developing competencies in those spaces, isn't it? So I have girls that I may not find them as skillfully strong as the guys, but I have determined within myself to also help them to come up to par with the guys, isn't it? So, this initiative, championed by the MindThePlastic Naija Capsule Group of the School of Politics, Policy and Government, is proof that the solutions to some of our most pressing environmental challenges can and must come from our young people. I congratulate you all for contributions and for your commitment to combating plastic waste pollution, a crisis that threatens our environment, our health, and the future of our planet. In Lagos, we face a daunting reality, a city that produces over 13,000 tons of waste every day, with plastics accounting for a significant portion of that. The story of Lagos is reflective of Nigeria's broader challenge as our nation grapples with waste management and environmental degradation. Yet, this challenge also presents an enormous opportunity to reimagine our relationship with waste, especially plastic, and to build eco-conscious citizens who will lead Nigeria towards a more sustainable future. The role of youth in shaping Nigeria's environmental future. This competition highlights the importance of engaging our youth in environmental action. The creativity and solutions that you, the participants, have demonstrated in this challenge are exactly what our nation needs. You have shown that you understand the magnitude of the problem, but more importantly, you have shown that you are part of the solution. Building eco-conscious citizens begins with education and engagement, and you are at the forefront of that movement. It It is through competitions like this that we cultivate a mindset of responsibility, one that transcends age, geography, and socio-economic status. From recycling innovations to reducing single-use plastics, each of you have contributed to a vision where Nigeria is not only free from plastic pollution, but also leads the charge in Africa's green transition. And I just want to mention, maybe in that space as well, that, the project that was mentioned here, about fusion to drive production or procurement of books, for underprivileged and vulnerable societies. That is where we're going. That is some of the areas that waste valorization as a project has become the vein for how we can begin to drive desensitization and how we're able to drive the benefits within plastic and other waste categories. The recovery material institutions, enterprises, if you are more engendered in the space of plastic recycling, circular economy as a green economic component. There are enterprises that begin to work, they are working and they're trading in a commercial competence to ensure that there is a pooling, a plugging, and a recovery model, pulling out all of our waste, especially plastics, back into the producer's kitty. And this is where the producers and the manufacturers, governed by FIBRA, the Food and Beverage Reliance and Recovery Alliance, work in that space. And it also portends that there's going to be a lot of opportunities for job, a lot of opportunities for businesses to scale, because right about now, the FIBRA and the producers, with all of the corporations, are beginning to drive budgets, huge budgets in the space where they're beginning to pool and ensure that there is a model to recover and pool and recover most of the materials that have gone into the societies, and they're working on it on various stages and phases as well. So as young leaders, you have a special responsibility to be ambassadors of environmental sustainability, to drive innovation in circular economy practices, and to inspire your peers to take action. The task ahead is enormous, but with the skills and insights that you have gained, I have no doubt that you are ready to meet this challenge. The battle against plastic pollution cannot be fought alone. It requires the collaboration of all sectors: government, private organizations, civil society, and citizens. This is why Lagos State Government is committed to working closely with innovators like yourselves, ensuring that policies are in place to support the efforts of young environmental champions. And if you know that there's also a policy that has been put in place right now, and it's against single-use plastic, and it's essentially saying that those nylon bags that Madam had said that she was reluctant to accept at the pharmacy, that those nylon bags are going to be stopped to be in circulation. There's going to be a regulation on the usage or the purposing or even the production of those bags. And there are already conversations with producers and manufacturers who produce those nylon bags, who produce styrofoams, who produce straws, plastic straws. Because those items are little, but they are the great critical agents of the blockages of our drainages. They're the critical agents that end up on the landmines, that affect our carbon emission, that increases, the effect and the impact on our health and every other aspect within our ecosystem. So it is my desire, it is my ask that you begin to propagate that word, that there's going to be a law to stop the use. We're going to start infusing, the nuance, infusing the behavioral attitude of getting your own bag, your own, what you call those, the kitty bags, the shopping bags, by yourself, and not expecting to get a bag when you go to the shops. And the Lagos State government, through the Lagos State Climate Action Plan and Circular Economy Strategy, we have laid a foundation that encourages recycling, waste-to-wealth initiatives, and sustainable resource management. But we need the brilliance of ideas like yours to help us scale these efforts. making them part of the daily lives of millions of Nigerians. The solutions you have proposed today should not just remain within the walls of this competition. They must be integrated into our national policies and local actions. At the Lagos State Government, we are laser focused on embedding sustainability into the very fabric of our city. We recognize the importance of engaging young people in environmental action, not as an afterthought, but as central players in policy development and execution. Lagos is proud to champion initiatives that reduce plastic waste through recycling and waste valorization efforts, ensuring that nothing goes to waste in our circular economy. Through initiatives like the Eco-Circulate, which fosters the transformation of waste into resources, and partnerships with private sector organizations that prioritize sustainability, we are building a future where every citizen plays an active role in creating a cleaner, greener Lagos. It is young innovators like you who will drive the success of these initiatives. However, this is not just about Lagos. The work you have done here must inspire similar movements across Nigeria. Whether it's raising awareness in schools, leading community cleanups, developing tech-driven waste solutions, your impact must ripple through the nation. The MindThePlastic Naija challenge is a model that can be replicated nationwide, empowering students from every corner of our great country to contribute to solving our plastic pollution crisis. You are proof that Nigeria's youth can tackle the most complex problems with innovation and resilience. But to build eco-conscious citizens across Nigeria, we must go further. We need every Nigerian, young or old, rural or urban, to see themselves as custodians of the environment. This shift in mindset is crucial, and it is where education plays a pivotal role. We must teach environmental responsibility from an early age and embed sustainability into our schools, curriculums, businesses, and governance. As I look at all of you today, I see the future of Nigeria's sustainability agenda. I see a generation that understands that the earth's resources are finite and that every plastic bottle left in a gutter or on a beach diminishes the future we leave behind. You are the torchbearers of a greener, more sustainable Nigeria, and with your dedication, we can turn the tide of plastic pollution. I encourage you to continue pushing boundaries, to collaborate with stakeholders, and to never stop imagining better solutions. The work doesn't end here, it begins here. You are now equipped to lead by example, and in doing so, you will inspire a movement of eco-conscious citizens across Nigeria. In closing, I want to express my profound gratitude to the organizers of this remarkable initiative. Your commitment to empowering young people with knowledge, skills, and platforms to contribute meaningfully to environmental action is commendable. To all the students who participated, you have already won by being part of this transformational journey. Keep building, keep innovating, and never forget that the future of our environment depends on the actions that we take today. I also want to mention again that, SPPG is a program that can begin to stimulate the demands that is required for policy. I always cite this example. When you find a sector that is filled with the young people, there's endless opportunity that can be developed. Look at the trajectory of our entertainment industry. Look at the music industry. Look at Nollywood, right? It did not have a policy to guide before it proliferated. Waste management, circular economy is becoming the next frontier right now. This is the reason why the global north is continuously interested in Africa as the source for alternative energy. And that means that there is a lot of power that resides in this side of town. If we do not begin to get informed, if we do not begin to capture the essence of where our mineral resources are and how to be able to mitigate the risk of not being knowledgeable when we come to the negotiation table, then we will be doing ourselves another disservice the second time. So I urge our young ones, You are the ones that are doing the research. You are the ones that are innovative. You are the ones that are vibrant. You are the ones that are daring and radical in your thinking. For us, the old ones, we're already set in our ways. But our young ones are the tech innovators. They're the ones that will challenge status quo. They're the ones that are going to pull the ideals, working together on a collaborative level to ensure that we're sitting well when it's time for us when it's time for the global north to start utilizing our mineral resources, so that we're driving economic empowerment, we're driving businesses to improve in scaling and operations, we're driving the prosperity and the wealth that we are innately endowed with as a country. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day.
Put your hands together for her. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Do we remember what I taught you earlier? Mind the Plastic Naija Challenge.
Reuse, recycle.
Let's go again. Mind the Plastic Naija Challenge.
Reuse, recycle.
For the last time. See, Madam Titi cannot come and make such an amazing speech, and we are just calm about it. Alright? Mind the Plastic Naija Challenge! Put your hands together for yourselves. Thank you, thank you. And right now, for a goodwill message, I want to call on Dr. Bukola Olisa, Head of Partnership, Grants Management and Innovation, representing General Manager LASEPA. Put your hands together for her as she comes here. Keep clapping for her. Keep clapping. Keep clapping. Come on. Keep clapping. Keep clapping. Keep clapping. I'm going to say it's like we guys have planned this again. All powerful women in one event. Good to see you, man.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so excited to see young and vibrant people, coming up with creative and innovative ideas to solve some of these serious environmental problems and issues that we have around. And so, permit me to rest on existing protocol that has been established. I bring greetings from the General Manager of LASEPA, Dr. Babatunde Ajayi, who is unavoidably absent today because he's also attending to some state programs as we speak. So it's a great honor to be a part of this Mind the Plastic Naija initiative of the cohort 4 students of the School of Politics, Policy and Governance SPPG. The SPPG, though an unconventional school, has been nurturing a new wave of value-based political leaders in Nigeria. And we at LASEPA strongly believe that the future rests on qualitative leadership. And so we've been engaging, forging partnerships and collaborating with various institutions, locally and internationally, to educate our future leaders on the need to nurture and protect our environment. And so because of this, we continue to invest in qualitative research at various levels, while also investing and providing support for the establishment of green clubs in various academic institutions of higher learning in the state. The Green Club, because we hope to have a hub where students can come together to provide innovative solutions to different environmental and sustainability challenges, somewhat like what you have with the Mind the Plastics Challenge that we are having today. And so we believe that partnering with different organizations, student bodies, and schools at different levels on environmental advocacy is very, very important, especially in the area of environmental education. And so on our own part, we've tried to, come up with various programs to involve students both in the secondary, primary, and tertiary institution. One of such was the essay competition that we had in July in commemoration of the World Environment Day. And I must say we had over 250 essay entries from students across the state talking about how to provide innovative solutions to some of the environmental challenges that we have. And we also had the Eco Explorers Boot Camp that we had last month. It was also a way of getting the youths and the young ones involved in environmental advocacy, environmental education. And so the issue of plastic waste, especially the single-use plastic, is a menace that needs to be tackled innovatively. Our dear Madam Mrs. Oshodi talked about how we need to look beyond just talking about these things, but begin to take great action. And so we believe that students like this are bursting with energy, creativity, and innovations that we can channel into providing solutions to the menace of plastics in the state. And so there's an urgent need to address the global issue of plastic pollution, especially in the bid to mitigate its effects in and around the Lagos metropolis, which is why the Lagos State government, through the Ministry of Environment and Water Resources, LASEPA and LOMA, continue to develop policies like the one that was done earlier this year, the ban on styrofoam, and the soon to be implemented Lagos State Plastic Waste Management Policy, which is going to come up in a few months, that will chart the course of how the state hopes to tackle the challenge of plastics in the state. And so it is our hope that people will key into this policy when it eventually made public, and we can begin to fight this menace in the state. And for us at LASEPA, we don't just want to talk the talk, we also want to lead by example. And so since 2020, we piloted the ban on single-use plastics in our premises. You are not allowed to bring in single-use plastic, be it bottle or bags. So we encourage the use of reusable bags. And even for our members of staff, they're encouraged to use reusable water bottles. So we have water dispensers in designated areas across all offices within our premises, just to find something. It's not enough to say you are banning something. What alternative are you bringing? How are you helping people to sustain? Sustainability is the key word here, and we have done that at LASEPA, and it's been a success. And the Ministry of Environment, both at the federal and the state level, has also adopted that policy. And so it is our hope that it can be escalated to other both government and non-government facilities across the state. Little drop, just like he said, not collecting that plastic bag, not using that single plastic bottle. We are making the change gradually, and we will get there. And so, yes, and so we believe that advocacy and programs like this are very, very key for the implementation of the circular economic model of reduce, reuse, and recycle. Although we want to reduce, we want to reuse, and we want to recycle. In doing that, we are not unmindful of the cultural and economic reality of our people, which shows that we cannot completely do away with the use of single-use plastics in the immediate. However, we can continue to advocate and innovate for ways by which we can reduce and manage the reuse of this item. And so it is our collective responsibility to nurture an environment that makes sustainable economic development possible with little or no threats to our planet. This is why we appreciate initiatives and programs and competitions like this, that this one being organized by the Cohort 4, which encourages young people, future leaders, to not only take responsibility, but to also take action. And so we wish to congratulate everyone in the planning of this wonderful event, and we also congratulate our eventual winners of this competition. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma. We sincerely appreciate. Please, once again, can we make it bigger? Without taking much of our time, we're going to have a video from Isrina School, just telling us what they do and what they are about,
And after the video, we would love to make welcome the founder of the school to just give us a short 5 minutes information about their school. So please, is the video ready?
In the heart of Ajibule, where waste meets wonder, one visionary is reshaping the future. Meet Grace Amuzi, a force of nature who's blending recycling and education into a powerful catalyst for change. Maria Amuzi, founder of the school, a local school located in Ajibule University, our aim is to provide musical education to children from low-income households in Ajibule. And we've been doing that for over 6 years. And we're doing from 4 to 150 kids in daily attendance. And we're going to expand, reaching out to more kids. We have over 8,000 out-of-school children in the community, so we're going to expand, getting this program more and giving them. I was born and raised in Nigeria, and this is just someone that is born in Nigeria. This is radically fine and very issue. Most people don't need to go to Nigeria, so it's looking for me, someone who's interested in this kind of education, and during the end, till the end of my senior secondary school, I went full-time teaching, and from the month I got into the summer school, Nigerian school, the school established based on personal experiences, and during my education was because of luxury and still a luxury in this community. The Nigerian school started in 2016, and I think that it's another child and I was do what I was doing. I didn't teach. Over the years, we built and 4 kids with 150 daily attendance. And one of our key features is the use of recycled space whereby the parents exchange plastic for fees covering the child's educational costs. And with this, we're able to go to the economic barriers and provide them with quality education to children, and also promoting environmental sustainability. As you can see, the environment where we are is based on this, also from the big plastic nylon bottom control. So we're able to break such barriers and ensure that every child, irrespective of where they're coming from, have access to them. So for the growth impact, we were able to provide over 200 kids with scholarships, excellent materials, and they also do recycle space in the place. You can pay the tuition fee, which is the 10,000 you get to bring in the plastic and we provide the child's food. During COVID, the majority of our kids were out of school because of the limited infrastructure that we had, so we were out of school. But that didn't stop us from providing the space, and we have to divide our school, having to kick out from the house to one to another, to make sure that these kids have they're still learning, and when we have this thing in usual school, so we came into the economy and we provided the children with weekly learning materials. So from that we were able to grow. We had a partnership with private individuals and institutions. So we still have process making sure that these kids have what it takes to keep on learning. Grace's work isn't just about recycling, it's about transforming lives and communities, giving this community a chance at quality education.
So we have 13 teachers presently, and the teachers we have in the schools, they are also good in the community. So they come in and tell you whether they have a better teach for the same way, wonderful thing that we bring. So we bring them on board and we train them. Professional training and investment. We make them fully equipped to teach. Although they are not qualified teachers yet, but they have the education to come in qualified teachers. So if it's something that they want to do the long term, they will. So once they are concerned, we find out and then we go back to school, there's no problem. Kind of way though, it's a very good term in terms of first I don't know teachers someday, but eventually, how life will take time.
But teaching is not so really great because like we feel that it's less comfort by other people and with less money, your child can get education and then you have making that they also understand feeling and you don't really think that basically even more the practical way to understand a lot of learning things theory and I'm saying I like to practical. They have to like understand the system of the theory so yeah, so basically training here for this way and we also doing a fast pace and all of that, but also doing a really good and obviously the Indian school has really good practical. It was really for 3 years and I feel like this that they do is satisfy all the things that they include in the system outside. It's you know like there's no kind of culture having them there for the past 2 years.
Okay, please once again, can we celebrate Isrina School? So on this note, I would love to make welcome the founder of Isrina School to just make a brief presentation about their school and what they do. Ladies and gentlemen, please with a resounding applause, can we make welcome Madam Grace Amusie.
Let's celebrate her, please.
Thank you so much for this invitation. Although the whole speech thing is like a surprise, but it's fine. I can say something about my school anyway. So basically how the model works is the parents bring in the plastics and the recycling company that we partner with, they come to the school on like twice a week. They pick up the plastics and the money is being taken off the child's education for the term or for the year. And at the same time, we had occasions whereby parents bring in excess and they use it to cover their own household expenses. So it's a win-win. You are providing your child's education and you are also taking care of your household expenses. To summarize, I think one of our greatest achievements this year was us expanding. So we finally got in our own space where we can improve our learning and also have rooms for computer labs and also school garden and also make sure that what we are using is eco-friendly. And then we are open to partnership support and at the same time school visits so that our kids can learn more. And please, a round of applause to the schools here. And I think when I saw the names of the schools here, I was smiling because I did my NYC in Green Spring School and Tony Campus. So it's great to be here. Thank you.
I want us to do something very quickly. Can we all please stand up and celebrate this amazing initiative of this great lady? Please, let's celebrate her. Put your hands together for her. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. This is really global impact on local action. We celebrate you. Thank you so much.
Okay, so without any further ado, we are getting close to the main reason why we are here today. And I know that we are all excited, and I believe that if maybe the students you've been feeling uneasy, maybe you were saying, oh, I don't know if I'm ready to present. I think by now you should feel a little at ease. So are you ready? No, your energy level is too low. I disagree. Are you ready? Yes! Okay, we're getting there. So we'll know your level of preparedness when you come up to present, rather. So taking us further, we're going to be introducing the judges that are going to be marking you based on your presentation. And while we read their bios for them to come up, please do well to celebrate them.
Gentlemen and ladies, I don't think the fresh judge needs an introduction. She has been duly introduced. Let's welcome Grace Amusie, founder of Isrina Schools.
Our second judge on this panel is Mr. David Akimbade. He is a passionate environmentalist, a research and project coordinator at Sustainable Ocean Alliance Nigeria. He is an ardent climate communicator, an upcycler, and a recycling strategist. He has directly impacted over 1,000 students in institutions and communities across Lagos and in the University of Lagos, where he studied marine science. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Mr. David Akimbade, the founder and creative director of Righteous David Creatives.
Next on the panel is Emmanuel Kilaso, founder, Secure Cycle Environmental and Climate Change Initiative. He is a dynamic social innovator, youth development expert, and social entrepreneur committed to creating positive change. He is a fellow of prestigious initiatives like Young African Leaders Initiative, Lagos Business School, Kantari, MSII SDGs, and Teach for Nigeria. Please put your hands together as he joins us on the panel.
Brother, please permit us as she joins us on the panel. Please, due apologies.
Sorry about
apologize.
that.
Okay, and then the next person on this panel is Mrs. Chisom Ajero. She is a business strategy expert with over 21 years of experience in the energy, assurance, and consulting sectors. She led the Petroleum Industry Bill Subcommittee of the Oil Producers Trade Section of the Lagos State Chamber of Commerce and Industry from 2018 to 2020, playing a key role in the enactment of the Petroleum Industry Act in 2021. It will interest you to know that she is currently the chairperson of the Environmental and Infrastructure Committee of the Richmond Gate Estate in Lekki. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's celebrate Mrs. Shiso.
And finally on our list is the MD and CEO of Kopula Limited, Ayotunde Sani. Ayotunde Sani is a graduate of architecture from the University of Lagos with a further degree in project management obtained from the same institution in 2006. With vast experience in varied projects spanning over 30 years, Tunde currently holds the position of MD and CEO at Kopula Limited, a consultancy firm that offers primarily architectural and project management services. Without wasting our time, please join me welcome Mr. Ayotunde.
Once again, please can we celebrate each and every member of the judging panel rather.
I think at this point, the judges chose
please
have their
rise.
seats.
Yes, thank you so much.
Are you comfortable
here? Comfortable here?
Okay.
Okay, no problem.
I think you have to sit a little closer to each other so you can communicate better. Alright?
Once again, can we celebrate our judges? Now going further, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. We're going to be welcoming the different schools that have made it to the finals. Are you ready? Students, are you ready? Yes. No, you can make it better. Are you ready? Yes. So please, I want, as we welcome every school, the other schools, please do well to celebrate them as they come. It's not easy to make it to the finals. The first school that will be presenting today, all the way from Lekki, Lagos. Ladies and gentlemen, with a resounding applause, can we make welcome Chrisland Lekki? Please keep clapping till they get here. Keep clapping till they get here. Keep encouraging them. Keep encouraging them. It's not easy to make it to the finals. It's not easy to start the race, and they are here today. Please keep celebrating them. They look amazing. They look beautiful. They look handsome. Please keep celebrating them till they get here.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, panel of judges and invited schools. My name is Akoka Angel, and here with me are
Adiniji Tiogwani, Kosoe Delight,
Lara Juluwatishi,
Joan Koma, Pamela Honoring, Pamela Honor.
we are the representatives of Presence Koleki engaging ourselves in the MindThePlastic Naija challenge. Do you know that an environmental advocate, Sir David Attenborough, spearheaded a study which shows that up to 400,000 to 1 million people die each year of plastic pollution? When we think of plastic pollution, we are likely to envision the ocean filled with plastics or animals being strangled by ingestion of plastics. Although all those are included, what majority of people don't know is the negative impact it has on the human health, ecosystem, and on the wildlife. The objective of this proposal is to implement an effective way to manage plastic pollution, to reduce its environmental impact, and to promote a circular economy. Some strategy. The objective of this proposal is 1. To reduce plastic waste generation, to include policies and regulation on it, for waste collection and segregation, and for public awareness and education. Strategies and actions that can be used to implement to reduce plastic pollution. 1. To reduce plastic waste generation. By implementing bans on single-use plastics, it will help to resolve the throwaway culture that has been normalized by consumers. For instance, if we each try to carry a grocery bag whenever we go to the supermarket, we can reduce the amount of plastic bags we carry. 2. Policies and 2. Recycle, reuse, and repurpose. Recycling is an eco-friendly way to reduce plastic pollution. By recycling, we create a stage for reusing and repurpose. When we reuse plastic, it will help us to build or it will help us to create a more useful thing to recycle plastic, like plastic bags, plastic containers, or plastic artworks. Policy and regulation. By implementing good policies on the use of plastics, we will be able to reduce plastic pollution. For instance, if we create a policy that has a financial fund tied to it, we will be able to help people to recycle more. Like if they put a financial fund, a financial money, and whenever you recycle plastic, you'll be able to get a financial token. It will help people to recycle plastics more, and it will give them a way to be encouraged to recycle plastics. So, I'll be handing it over to Theolu Adinish.
Thank you, Angel. For plastic that can't be refused, reduced, or reused, we should try repurposing it. This is also known as upcycling. Common plastic waste can be made into something else, and all that is required is some creativity, and the possibilities are endless. We, the students of Christian High School Lekki, explored our creative minds and came up with useful things made by plastic.
In line with the theme of recycling plastic waste, we, the students of Christian High School Lekki, have created this structure out of entirely plastic. First of all, we collected plastic bottles over the period of 3 weeks. To create this, firstly, we cut off the biggest plastic bottle we could find in half. To get the legs, we used about 12 pieces on the amount of plastic bottles. For the head and the thighs of the chicken, we used the upper half of plastic bottles. To add decoration to the chicken, we cut plastic bottles into smaller pieces and delicately and intricately arranged them in order to create a design. We then wired lights into it so it can be used for aesthetic value as decoration or as a bed lighter.
Another artwork that we have made to present today is an abstract mosaic of a native drummer, which not only recycles plastics, but also promotes our culture as Africans. Now the process of making this artwork was collecting different bottle caps and plastic sources and then sorting them by their different colors and shapes and sizes. After that was done, we then cut them into flat pieces and then applied them with the use of a hot glue gun onto the board. And this entire process took about 4 days to complete.
conclusion, every single bit of plastic that's ever been made still remains on this earth in some form. It's our responsibility to approach a comprehensive way of reducing plastic waste, promoting recycling and eco-friendly alternatives. By implementing these methods, we're reducing the risk of plastic pollution and the health hazard caused by ingestion of microplastics and toxic chemicals. Thank you.
Please, once again, can we celebrate Chrisland Lekki? Okay, so I'm just going to give the floor to any of the judge who wants to make a remark or... Okay.
All right. I just want to appreciate your innovativeness and then your creativity. It's applaudable. Thank you so much.
Once again, can we celebrate Chrisland Lekki?
I think everyone should generally applaud this young one. So I'm amazed and I'm thankful for this platform. But I have a question for you though. What are your numbers? You know, Nigeria is in the shape of Nigeria today. I'm thinking that maybe some of you had some financial thinking around what will this put on the table. So did anyone think about it? If someone did, just share with us what you're thinking in terms of, yes, you do this, what could this sell for? How many people could be employed doing this? What can people earn if they put their hands on this? Because I mean, Nigeria, in the current state, right, you need finance to do many things. So did anyone think of it?
It's something I thought of as well. And the proposition I have for this course is that when you gather, maybe for example, you gather plastic bottles from your home and then you submit these plastic bottles to organizations who use these plastic bottles for artwork like this and sell it to museums or artwork showcases. As you already know, artwork is an important part of Nigerian culture, so I believe this is also an employment opportunity for people as well as a way to showcase Nigerian culture. Thank you.
Thank you. So I'm beginning to understand why this is called a madhouse, because I'm seeing mad stuff here. Marvelous, awesome, and daring too. I have a question for us. So what is the weight of materials that were used for this artwork? Like how many PET bottle or HDP do you use for this?
So for the mosaic, we actually made use of over 1,000 bottle caps to make this artwork.
Can I come to this?
You can also see the branding on the different bottle caps if you look closely.
Can I touch?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, I just want to say well done first of all. It takes a lot to, maybe because I'm in the creative space, to come up with something like this. So I want to thank you very much for that. But on the other hand, I might want to add that this might be a limited project because you need somebody who can come up with these concepts for you to actually scale it up and continue doing it. I don't know who came up with this idea, but if you're going to scale this up, do you have enough creativity, or are you just going to be doing the same thing, the same thing over and over again? Did you think about that? Is this something that came to mind? That's my question.
Okay, so despite us presenting these two, we actually did a multitude of different works, up to maybe 15 different plastic projects, including a plastic light bulb which makes use of electricity. So we also made a variety of things, but we just thought these were the most presentable for today. Thank you.
once again, well done. But I think my question is concerning safety, because we know electricity and plastic to get hot, like melting and everything. So what's the, let's say, guarantee or the durability that this would like 3 months?
What we presented to you here is a prototype, but going forward, we plan to use LED lights, which do not generate heat for the plastic development.
Don't get tired. Please keep clapping for them. All right.
Good day. We are honored to stand before you today to talk about an important issue concerning our climate. My name is Darata, team lead of Team GSL. Please meet the team.
My name is Munana Izeoku.
My name is Kayla Akotian, year 9. My name is Babom Akpan, year 11. Zanata Akube, year 11.
Jeremy Namdi, year 10.
Kami Olorun from year 8. And together we are
GSL.
One last person, there's one more person introducing herself.
Aliyah Solade, 11.
Yeah.
What exactly is the challenge? In Nigeria, over 32 million tons of waste is generated annually, with plastic accounting for 2.5 million tons. In the country, less than 12% of waste is recycled, while about 80% end up in landfills and unregulated dump sites, according to Richie and Max in 2022. Plastic waste clogs our waterways, killing aquatic life and creating all sorts of pollution. This is our story and it is really unpleasant.
As a nation, we are facing a significant additional challenge. Our roads are in a state of disrepair and disarray. According to the data presented, out of 100% of roads in Nigeria, a staggering 73% are in very bad condition. 9% are classified as bad, and only 12% are considered to be fair, with 3% being good and another 3% falling under the very good category. The Lagos State management has made considerable efforts to address these challenges. In terms of waste management, the state has established the Lagos State Waste Management Authority, LOMA, which is tasked with promoting of recycling initiatives and clearing of waste in the environment. While the Lagos State government has made a significant attempt to improve our road infrastructure, it is still clear that we are still a long way to go before fully resolving the issue.
And that is where our innovation steps in. We have designed a way to address two challenges. We have decided to turn plastic waste into interlocking tiles with many advanced features. So we are using one challenge to solve both challenges. Not funny, right? But it is ideal. Don't you think so? These interlocking tiles will be way cheaper and better suited for our inward roads in particular. Our products can be used in estate roads and other areas. We explored our environment for plastics majorly in circulation in Lagos State, and we found HDPE, commonly used in milk jugs, detergent bottles, and thick plastic bags. PET, used for fizzy drinks such as Coca-Cola and Fanta, and LDPE, often seen in pure water nylons, grocery bags, and some food containers. We understand that not all plastics can be easily recycled, so we decided to play around the PET and LDPE. We chose these two because recycling them releases less harmful gases, and their melting point is attainable within our scope. Here's an overview of production process. We collected the required plastic,
using the structure provided to us by the organizers. Many thanks to the organizers was immensely helpful. Next, we procured our melting chamber and our mold. After the plastics were sorted, we melted them, mixing sand and molded them. Finally, we added some finishing touches. Now let's go through every step in our production process in more detail.
We gathered LDPE and PET plastics and cleaned and sorted them. Many students gathered to see our work, giving us an excellent opportunity to educate them about the importance of reducing plastic pollution.
Next, as shown on the board, we purchased a metallic drum. Then we seeked help to construct it into a melting chamber, which will allow us to introduce heat from the base. We also purchased plastic molds with our desired shape.
In this stage, which forms the bulk of the work, we melted the plastic at 250 degrees Celsius and then introduced a measured amount of sharp sand into the molten plastic before molding our products. Initially, we encountered some challenges as the molten mixture burned the molds. And then one of our team members here suggested us using water bath and doubling the molds, which allowed us to successfully produce our tiles. Throughout this process, we took safety measures by wearing work jackets, rubber gloves, and face masks. We removed the tiles from the mold when dried and dressed in some bits. We could not use our phosphorescent pigment because the order was wasted, and since it had to be shipped from Asia, it had to take some time.
We know fully well there are also numerous companies that make interlocking tiles, but what makes ours different? Our tiles are lighter and more flexible, which makes it resistant to cracking and breaking. Our tiles are also eco-friendly, which help reduce landfill usage and pollution. Our tiles are also cheaper, and there is no cement inside. Our tiles also give us an opportunity to make it smart. When we infuse the phosphorescent pigment that Kayla spoke about, our tiles will absorb heat from the sun during the day and light up in the night, like so.
And tiles stand apart from conventional ones. Beyond the integration of phosphorescent pigments, we design molds to display street names, so people know their location just by looking down. Tiles alongside gutter edges have a distinct color to allow people to identify and avoid falling and tripping into gutters at night. Imagine our street with these beautiful yet functional tiles. It would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yes!
Bringing our innovation to the streets is entirely feasible. If, for instance, an estate executive committee shows interest, we are fully prepared to collaborate. For a 1 kilometer street measuring 5 meters wide, that is 5,000 square meters. So we need approximately 125,000 tiles, as each tile covers 0.02 square meters. To produce this quantity, we need 2,375,000 PET bottles. And if you opt for LDPE, we need nearly 5 times that amount. So we're taking up a whole huge deal of plastic from the environment and making a huge deal out of it.
Now, let's talk finance. To produce one tile, we need 380 grams of plastic, 266 grams of sand, and a heat source, with an estimated price of 200 naira. The plastics can be sourced for 100 naira, while the sand 50 naira. That is based on scaled down estimates. With an estimated selling price of 400 naira, we are looking at a profit margin of 200 naira, or 100% profit. Due to the fact that a conventional tile is 1,000 naira, the potential here is clear. With an investment of 2 million naira in our business, with 2 years of full production and sales, we predict a return on investment of 30%. Are you beginning to see the prospects?
Part of our business model, we conducted a SWOT analysis. Our strength lies in producing an eco-friendly product using sustainable means. A key opportunity is the growing demand and expanding market for recycling plastics in Africa. Although initial setup costs present a weakness and competition poses a threat, we are confident we can push through. After all, God doesn't make it possible.
At this stage, a conscious supply of plastic is essential. We've identified a few strategies for this, one of which is the proper disposal of plastics, with a reward system in place to motivate participation.
As noted earlier, we're entering a substantial market
with reports indicating the plastic recycling market size in Nigeria has reached 40 billion. We are prepared to advertise our business through social media, community engagement, and other strategic channels.
When working on plastic recycling, safety is paramount. So these are some of the safety precautions we took into consideration. Dust control. During our production process, we wore face masks to prevent inhalation of dust and toxic fumes like nitrous oxide and sodium dioxide. Safe material handling. Anything that was too hot or too heavy to carry, we left for our coaches.
Producing interlocking tiles from recycled plastics gives us a unique opportunity to address environmental concerns while meeting the demand for sustainable building materials. By harnessing the potential of plastic waste, we will build an eco-friendly community and circular economy.
Now, we have even decided to help Ishreena School by partnering with them to use our interlocking tiles to beautify their school. So, we are already partners. Thank you.
Once again, please can we celebrate Green Spring School? Okay, so without wasting our time, I'm going to open the floor to the judges if they have any questions for the team.
All right, thank you. That was a very good and inspiring presentation. I was beginning to ask myself, where am I? Like, am I in Lagos Business School? Or it was so detailed. Like, let me just be clear for that. So it was so detailed enough that I am filled to the brim, trying to just digest what you've just dished right now. But I have a concern because a solution is another problem that needs a solution. So now you've talked about all of the dynamics of your innovation, but you did not mention the challenges. You know, plastics are very, very flammable, highly flammable, and they considering our climate here, the temperature and all of that. So what are the measures to address this concern?
As mentioned earlier, we heated the plastics over a water bath, so the heat was spread evenly and the plastics had little chance of being burned. We also use particular kinds of plastic which are LDPE and PET, which have relatively lower melting points, and therefore there's less chance of it being high enough temperature to catch fire.
All right, we can do better than that, guys. Come on, let's give it up. All right, I want to say fantastic presentation, fantastic product, but I have one or two concerns. I'm being very practical in my questions. You're already smiling. The first one is he sort of mentioned it, but he didn't go to the area I wanted to ask you about. You said you had to heat it up to 250 centigrade. First of all, how did you measure the temperature? Number two, in doing that, you created another problem because we are looking at sustainability. You are now doing what? So how do you want to deal with that? Number 3, or do you want me to ask questions over? Fantastic products, but you know that this kind of products have standards. There are different standards when you have, like on Lekki Expressway, where you have all the Dangote trucks. The specification is going to be different. Did you by chance look at meeting any specification, or you just what guided how your mix came about, how strong the product is? I hope you understand what I'm saying. All right, thank you very much. But well done, fantastic work.
Okay, so I'll go ahead to answer the first question, and then I'll pass it on to my team members to answer the next one. So to measure the temperature, we actually heated it for around 10 to 15 minutes, and then we put a plastic bottle inside the drum. So when the plastic melted, that is when we knew it was up to 250 degrees Celsius. And that's what it's meant to be. So for the plastic to melt, it would have been 250 degrees Celsius. So that's what we did.
So for the second question, we talked about sustainability and about how the burning of plastics will affect the environment. Okay, so we plan to, after we scale up our business, we plan to make use of an incinerator which will pass the fume directly into the atmosphere so it doesn't affect us.
You're now talking carbon emission. Maybe that's beyond your scope, but it's something. I'm not saying there are no solutions, but I'm not trying to prompt you that you must have a solution for that part of your business. And I like the way you're saying our business. You're owning it. Fantastic.
Thank you, sir. We'll put that into consideration. So, Jeremy will answer the third question.
To answer the third question, our interlocks are built to the standards of estate roads and driveways. We did not make these tiles to be put on expressways.
For the releasing of the gas into the environment, we were trying to use a catalytic converter, which converts all the toxic gases into less harmful air that we can control. For example, now nitrogen dioxide. We're trying to reduce it using reduction reaction to turn it back to nitrogen since there is the atmosphere.
Okay, I can see you're trying to make me know that you did your homework. Alright? You tried, but some of those answers are not quite correct. If you are saying to the estate standard, there is a particular standard. It must go through tests. Now, that is not probably in this scope of work for you, but you must go through tests that certify that your blocks can be used by different strata of construction. Alright? But well done. You have done a very good job. Let's clap for them.
No, sorry. A few days ago, we sent our interlocks to a material testing lab, and the results came back today showing that our tiles are indeed hard enough to sustain. And also, our tiles weigh 2.5 kilograms, but the standard tiles for interlocking cost 3.5. So our tiles are actually lighter when we check.
Well done to the team. What I actually loved was the fact that from one problem, you also took on another problem, which was bad roads. So very commendable. Hats off to you for that. But I'm just thinking, your startup. I mean, there's been comments around whether this is in your perimeter or the scope that you're meant to handle. But it would appear that there's some level of complexity even at this space. I mean, I appreciate that you did that, but we're also thinking of get up and go. What can we immediately scale or immediately just throw into the market there and you will have a lot of traction? But well done. I really appreciate that you took it a notch higher. So well done. And then also, when you talk about maybe partnerships, what do you think in terms of, do you think that companies would be, did you attempt to take this to maybe some company, did you bring someone who was even in the business to kind of like, what was your, did you like have any feedback from someone who was already in the business? Did you get a sense for, okay, I'm going to partner with you, or this really works?
Okay, actually we did not do that, but we noticed in estate roads that most of them don't have interlock things, even around Shangotedo area. So we are planning to do that.
Okay, well done, well done. Super appreciate it. Super well done.
What is it? What is it? 2.5. Can I confirm? Sorry? Can I confirm that?
Yeah, okay.
How?
Okay.
I have to give that to them. It's right. Okay, you want to wait?
Okay, please, as that's going on, once again, can we celebrate Green School? Please, let's keep clapping for them so that we leave the stage. Going further, we make you welcome the next school to make their presentation. Once again, can we please celebrate Green School? Friesland BGC, please keep clapping for them to make it here. Keep clapping, keep celebrating them, keep clapping for them. Please don't stop clapping, don't stop clapping, let the energy not slow down. Please keep clapping, keep celebrating them, keep clapping for them.
Good day, everyone. My name is Oksana.
Any question? Or should we move further? Okay, can they see the sample?
Right, can we?
Okay. Unfortunately for you, you are doing the same product or a similar product as the last presenter, but they had a lot more details in their presentation. Before I go, I'm on the other side of the equality statement. There are no men or no male in this presentation. Why? Were you all girls in the team?
No. Initially there were 3 boys, but one of them wasn't able to make it today, and the other wasn't really like too serious about this project.
Okay.
But there's one boy.
Alright, no problem. So, just 2 quick questions. I didn't say anything about your business idea. Maybe I missed it. What's the business plan for this? And secondly, did you carry out any tests? Does it meet any requirements, or you just, what was your thought on that plan? Thank you.
As for our business plan, we are hoping to work with our estate management to collect
plastics from each household according to their rates, and what would also improve the paving stones along the estate.
Due to the amount of floods that are in BGC, because we decided that we'll partner with them in order to create more paving stones, because the roads are good, but in most parts of the estate, the roads are not very sustainable. So we can partner with our estates to help solve this problem. We're hoping that by partnering with BGC Program, we can spread this idea to other places. So that isn't just the only place that has our plastic paving.
So what I'm going to do is that I'll just pass the mic, they'll say what they want to say, and then you respond to everyone at once. Do you understand? So you don't have that break.
Alright, well done, and thank you very much for your presentation. Okay, so you have a very good presentation, and I appreciate your efforts towards this. But I want to ask a question. Did you at any point meet an engineer to see what you've done, or maybe check the durability or sustainability part of this project? What is sustainability, or did you at any point work with any professional who is into this, who has done this before, to tell you more about the project, what to do and what not to do?
Thank you very much. That was a very nice one, and I can actually relate to the situation. But in your presentation, I was actually expecting a part where you source, like, you let us know that you have the knowledge of the challenges of the environment. BGC, I know very well, and you have issues of plastics. I know it's a wet hand. So I was thinking of a picture of how plastic has been contributing in the maintenance to the community, particularly along the back, but I didn't see all of that. And then I want to confirm again, you said this is strictly plastics.
The photo of the menace was shown. I think that was when the presentation went right, so we saw it. First of all, well done, well done. Let's put our hands together for them. I don't know why there are no guys, but it's important. The concept of the world today is DEI, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion. And innovation is also about collective intelligence. I can tell you, when you gather a lot of people around the table, but I do see your photos and I commend that, but I want to commend you because it's obvious that there was a lot of heavy lifting. Now my question, you've come with this idea, another team has come with it. Usually when you're making a pitch, you tell us what the other people are doing, i.e., why is it that other interlocking stone makers have missed this? So how have you compared the regular thing that has been happening versus this game-changing approach you've come with today? That would be my question. So what are the regular, everybody with interlocking business, what are they missing? So what's the eureka about what you're showing us today?
So well done once again, and my question concerning safety. I think the top is looking a bit, I don't know, like slippery. Yeah, like is it safe for like cars, children? The children don't walk, they run. Yeah, so is it safe for them? And also your slides, I was expecting more data and your communication was, I don't know, like you're just really relating to us. So I think we need to work on that one.
Well, welcome. Okay, so did you get all the questions? Okay, so over to you.
I'm going to answer her question. She said we should mention the problems that other interlocking engineers are facing. So they are facing the problem of plastics are resistant to water. The normal interlocking paving stones, water could penetrate them, and they could, because of that, they break, which is why in BGC, the paving stones are like that. But if we use these paving stones, plastic is resistant to water and is durable and light. So
so it will be easily put inside the water bodies where like where floods are, and you can put them and it solves the problem.
Also answering your question, I feel like the other school were more about like the finance aspect, but you really need to take into account. Yes, you have the finance aspect, but what about those people who can't participate in this your idea because they are not as financially equipped as the other organizations that we speaking? Well, our projects, we could start a program where the plastics, people can pick out plastics and in turn they get things maybe stuffs to improve their living, maybe promos, things like that. So the more plastics you give, her idea, just like how some parents can pay their child tuition with plastic, you can do something similar to that. And they were mostly talking about the money aspect or branching other businesses and stuff like that. So I think that's also a key point that you need to do. And this idea also brings more job creation. But this idea, you don't really need to be that far along with the education aspect, which creates a lot more jobs for people that don't have as much education as other people. You can have this specialized people working in the technical stuff, and then the melting of the plastic, the safety guides put in place. People without that far education can also do that.
So you have two more questions to answer, one on safety and one on sustainability.
Okay, answering my question. You said that the bridge is not very, it's not, this is locally done. If it was industrially done, it would have been a lot more smoother. And yes, and the plastic can be polished when we do that, so we manually and locally did ours. So that's why it's like that. If potentially we have cooperation with our estates, this will definitely be better than this. And the other question, she said that if we partner with professionals, we have a teacher in our school, Mr. Ishaya. He specialized in this aspect. So we did a test on it and it was very durable. So if, as I said, we have cooperation with our estates or other big companies, we'll be able to make our products more durable.
Please keep clapping for them till they take their seats. I must say that it has been amazing coming from secondary school students. Please, once again, can we celebrate them? At a point I began to ask myself, is this a business speech? Is this Lions Den? What exactly are we at? Where are we? So please, once again, can we celebrate all the students that have come up here to present their ideas? It's not easy to pitch. It's really not easy, and it's also not easy to answer questions. So without any further ado, we're going to be making welcome our last finalist for today. But clap with an amazing applause. Can we make welcome Queen's College Lagos? So please, we won't be looking at inclusivity here because it's a Queen's College. So please, can we keep clapping till they get here? Please keep clapping for Queen's College Lagos. Don't stop clapping, keep celebrating them. Okay, so you can just make it two. Yeah, please, you can just pass from the front.
So can you move this for me? So she put this. Huh? So you can someone remove this for me because it's not in their presentation. This I told you to just put it outside. Thank you. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. I am Felicia Kemiobami, a proud representative of Queen's College Yaba Lagos, and with me is
Okay, Cecilia.
Ogamba Gebreda,
Uwekaniri Honesty. Angela Precious.
Line Shane Testimony.
You is a Chidiogo.
And we are
QC Team. A synthetic thing called Stella, which is an electric insulator, so that he can actually meet the needs of the electrifying United States. And also talk about the problems that plastic cause. So honest, our team trick actually looked at the problem in our school first of all, not just the world at large. So in QC actually, to be very honest, in one break you can get a whole lot of plastic, just 2 bricks, 2 bricks. 2,000 bottles actually take a lot of drinking. So we can say that we can actually create something to help our school and maybe think larger, then we will help everybody, like the whole of Nigeria. But first is to help our school. That's why we thought of the trig roof, the trig bin, the 2 trig bin, the indoor trig bin, and the little trig skipping rope. Just for fun. And then also, most important, this trig couch, you can sit on it. So the meaning of our name, QC Trig. So it means Queen's Collect turns rubber into gold. Rubber is also a part of the family of plastics. They are basically the same thing too. And it's also not really nice to say QCTP. It won't make sense, so we just use Trig. So the materials we needed for our project were plastic bottles, the glue gun, soldering iron, scissors, cutter, binding wire, foam, sellotape, pliers, needles, thread, markers, plastic tables, and gum. The process. Number 1 was the search for bottles. So surprisingly, we had a whole lot of hands from our schools. People that were interested just came to start dropping bottles for us. We had our classmates who were interested in the Night by program come and drop big bags of bottles for us to wash and clean and do everything. So next was the sorting and the washing. We took it to our school tap where we washed bottles to avoid contamination and insects and stuff like that because we were mostly drink bottles. So at this point, we are going to classify our processes into 3 for 3 many different projects. So,
Can everyone hear me? So the first thing was our trig mat. So the problem about the trig mat was we looked at our school walkway. We have a walkway in our school, and the top of that walkway is badly damaged. And this causes a lot of things like rain pouring on the students when they need to get to class. And the walkway connects to our TD lab. So me as a TD student carrying my TD one straight, running to class and rain falling on it is not really good. So we decided to do something about that. So for the trig mats, we used 4 brands of bottles, which were Mr. V bottles, Seaway, Nirvana, and Unilag water bottles. So the first step was cutting the plastic bottles. So the problem about our challenges first during the cutting of the plastic bottles was initially we thought we would cut this way, the bottles, we cut it this way. But we realized that they curve and they are not easy to mat. Then we decided to cut it vertically, which was perfect, but they were a bit short, so we made it longer by joining them using the glue gun. Next was the matting of the trig mat. So basically, CCA Creative Arts, we decided to do this, the normal table mats. Then using this, we gum this one by one, layer by layer, till it forms the long strip. So next was to get the roof. So the main idea of this thing is for water not to be able to enter or rain not to be able to pour on it and disturb anybody. So inside this, the essence of this is to use every bit of plastic, right? So inside this, we have the plastic packaging. That helps to stop rain. That helps to stop rain from pouring in. So we have about 3 layers of this so that it can be very strong in case of strong winds or strong weather blowing or trying to break it. Then on top, we have our part of the plastic again. That is the Pepsi logo, which was used to beautify it. Next, we have the trig bin. For our trig bin, we have the indoor bin, the outdoor bins, and we have different variations.
So for the indoor bin, our main idea was that in the plastic, we want to use every part to help our environment. So looking at the covers, we discovered that the outdoor bin will be too large, or maybe for a house now. Yes, for someone to put in the house, it may be too large. So we just decided that we could use the cover and then we create it into a hexagonal structure, a bin, which you can easily put it in different areas as a corner bin. We create it and it's creative, it's beautiful because the different layers of colors that we added. Okay, we discovered that if we just arrange it straight up, if you as per his house now, and we just pack sand and we throw inside, or water leakages, we are going to have it point through, leaking. So we decided to add packs of bottled water, the nylon for the pack, because we have a strong structure inside. So in this case, when we add sand or we pour sand into it, we are not going to face the challenge of it leaking. So we also had some challenges due to the fact that in this structure, we couldn't find an available hexagonal structure to guide us. If you've noticed, at some parts, we had some difficulties shaping it. We couldn't find an hexagonal structure due to our schedule, and we had things at that point it was unavailable. And again, we had a problem with the glue gun. It was that sometimes now there is no light, electric power supply, and in this case, fuel is expensive. And you just imagine now you want to use 1 liter of fuel. How much is it? 1,000 just to do this kind of. Just imagine that kind of thing. So at that point, we have to actually wait for light, and it said that our school just don't want to just use 1,000 just to create this kind of thing. So it was one of our challenges, apart from the hexagonal structure. So for the indoor bin, we first started the bottle cover according to the size and color. If you look at it, it has a pattern from the blue to the white to the red to the blue. From here, we did the colors back, upside down. So we followed the pattern. We started from our hexagonal base, then we built it up layer by layer with different colors.
And this actually covers a whole of 476 bottle covers recycled. And this is just a prototype. So imagine what we could do if we want to create a larger one. And so these are pictures of us collecting ideas, doing the bottle cover.
Sorry, the screen is on.
So for the outdoor tree bin, we have two different outdoor.
So for the outdoor tree bin, we have two different tree bins. That will start with the circular one. So the circular one, we had this idea that why not we make something for our school, like outside, like also we are walking, we don't care, just throw trash anywhere. But if you see this in corners, we can like throw the trash into this, because it's also made out of trash, but actually it's now gold. So first of all, we have a total of 66 bottles for this with binding wires. So we use our soldering iron to pierce holes on two sides. Then we use binding wires to connect them together. Although there was a problem with the connection, because if you're not careful with connecting these two together, some of them may squeeze together or not align straight. So with the help of our engineering, teachers in our school like Mr. Bola, Mr. Azza, they helped us to bind it together. Now for the rectangular bin.
So this plastic under is like one of the chairs in our school that we don't use any longer. So we try to reduce it by using it as a base. At first, when we started, we thought it would not come out practical, it was looking somehow. And we could not get the proper size. We had to cut a lot of RC bottles before we could get this beautiful structure that we got. So we made a use of 216 bottles to get this and binding wires, and we also spray painted it with blue color and also made it look very nice. Thank you.
So as you may know, this college is like a boarding and day school. So usually we have our visiting days for the boarders. And if you look around, we don't actually have where parents would sit, like eat and stuff like that, like you get. So we just thought of like making a chair where when you come, you sit and then you'll be able to like enjoy yourself. You don't need to start looking for chairs or places to sit. They're already there waiting for you. And also places to read. You don't always have to read inside your class. Yes, you read outside, receive fresh air, breathe everything. So you could just sit down outside, read, get whatever you want, breathe and all. And then it is very like strong and you could sit on it. Are you sure I can sit on it? Yes. As you see, we made use of 281 plastic bottles. For a school that in a day we could produce up to 1,000 bottles, this has helped us a lot. And if you make a bigger size, like it takes more bottles. So this is just like the prototype, so it's just an example. And the problems are, we could not find the adequate size of bottles. For the base, we need like big bottles. Yeah, we use public orange bottles. And as students, we don't really drink that big, we make small. So we have to search for big bottles. And the big bottles we found are not like enough. So we have to make something smaller. And then for the handle and the back rest, we used Pepsi bottles. So it was like, we used sellotape to bind it together for it to hold. And we used binding wires to hold them so it to be stronger, like 45. And then we put couch, like we put a foam for you to be like more comfortable when you sit on it. And then we sew a tree. We tried. Since you're not tailors, just try to do something. So
but not the least of our projects is this. We just talked about this as a last minute project as for, yeah, and some of us are still kids and many of us like to skip. Not all of us, but most of us like to skip. So if we had enough time, we would have made it longer, but this is a skipping rope. This little girl right now can use it to skip. But if we had had enough time to make it longer, I can even skip with it because I love skipping.
Okay, so I want to mention the major challenge. The major challenge we had in making all of this in general. Okay, so the period of time we had to do all of this, we had test approaching, we had night prep, we had other competitions, we had sport activities, we had to prepare for our approaching inter sport. So making all of this, we had to sacrifice a lot of time, working at night, working during the day, mainly after school. And also, we like it to know that we want to make money, yes, but in making all of this, we actually want to solve our own problems first. We want to solve problems around us by giving people joy. Okay, I'm saying this bin, I can dispose dirt in it. For this chair, I can actually sit at any time and enjoy myself just for comfort and relaxation. Thank you very much.
This way, this way.
So this is just a very, very funny video. So we stayed up all night working on this. This is 8:43 p.m. and we're still working on our tricking and everything. And we're eating you. My mind to be exact. So a lot of people actually helped us when we were doing this, and we would like to just mention their names because they can't go on notice, they can't go on record. They did a lot for us. So we have Chidera. We have Chidera and another Chidera. We also had Yetile, we had the help of Priscilla, we had the help of Susanna, Deborah, a lot of people. When we started, it became difficult, but by the time we started, people saw it. We saw massive turn up. People started bringing new bottles. Okay, we want you guys to read, please make sure you guys read. Please make sure everything is beautiful.
So this is our project, and like I said, we are not doing this to make a business or anything. We are doing this to solve our school problems. This is actually a very big problem, especially for me. I'm a teacher student. But we just want to use this as a way to help solve your plastic pollution problems and help solve the problems in our school. Thank you very much.
Can we celebrate Queen's College? So I'm going to open the floor to the judges for any comments, questions for the participants.
Wow. Well done. A round of applause for them. I can imagine how long it takes you to do all of this. Well done. Like you said, since you don't have a lot of time, based on your schedule. However, I would like to point one or two things. I'm happy because this is somehow my life too. And I'm going to show you a picture. Just take a look at this. And imagine how what this was created from. Like you said you don't intend to, you were not planning to make money. Who said you can't turn it into a business? So there's a lot you can do from this. And do you think, looking at this, I can buy from you? Yeah, and at the long run, this could also be a waste. It could be a waste in the community because I can take this and then trash it away because it's not well
package, the creativity, the fineness, and all of that. Do you understand? So it can turn out to be a waste, and you are, increasing the problem. Do you understand? So there is a more to what you've done. You've done a fantastic work. I must commend you, but you can improve and turn it to be something better and then make money out of it. It's a business. It's a business on its own. I'm telling you, it's a business. You can actually make something out of it. Do you understand? So think about the long plan. And about the long term. The long term goal. What's the long term goal? What's the sustainability aspect of this project? What would you make out of it at the long run? Who are those that will buy from you? What challenges do you want to solve and all of that? So think about that. It's a thing to look out for.
Okay, so I'll just ask if there is any further comments, questions, remarks.
Thank you. So mine is just a comment. And I really want to commend you guys because you used this to address so many concerns about lifestyle, health, behavioral change, impacting all of that. So that was really commendable. And you guys have been funny. And that was
Excuse me, man. Do you know that plastic can last up to 500 to 1,000 years? So if you can make this finer, it's not actually a waste. You can use it forever and ever and ever and ever.
What she was actually meaning to say is we actually didn't really have enough time to make that chair, so it's not really looking put together right now. But I'm sure with enough time, that would look like a sofa for somebody like John Jazzy to sit down on.
So I want to ask if there is any further question. Okay.
Say more about this. So is this your school mat or is this what's happening in your school? Or this is what you're proposing? What is this?
Oh, sorry. No, this is not our work with. They just thought this was going to be very creative. This is actually
Anyways, so you're proposing to use it as a roofing
sheet. It can also be used as a household mat if made well and decorated beautifully. And it can also be used as a top of carpets. And it can be used as BRT bus stop, shades, and everything. It's waterproof and everything, and it's also very helpful. You can't break it. But this is not our school work. A vertical work on top. It's metal bars holding it. Wow.
Okay, so I don't know, in the absence of any further questions, please once again, can we celebrate please? So please once again, can we celebrate Queen's College Lagos?
Practicability and feasibility of implementing the solution, availability of resources and infrastructure needed for implementation, and is there a clear path for scaling the solution beyond the pilot stage? The fourth criteria was solution. How original the concept is. Does it present a novel approach to addressing plastic waste management? And does the idea stand out compared to conventional methods or existing solutions? The third criteria is practicability. Practicability and feasibility of implementing the solution, availability of resources and infrastructure needed for implementation, and is there a clear path for scaling the solution beyond the pilot stage? The fourth criteria was.
So for the fourth place, we are going to announce the prize gift first. Each of the students will get certificates of impact for the amazing work that they've done, and there will be a cash prize of 100,000 for the school students. So the prize for the fourth place of plastic innovation that we've demonstrated here today goes to Christian VGC. Please stand up.
That's for you, Shura. Efe Oduware. Bemisola Ogunjobi. Clap, 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 clap. Cindy Olisa, 100,000 for you. The third prize goes to drum rolls. Make it louder, guys. This one's very important to me, actually. No. This goes to Quiz College. The pussy gonna be there forever. Precious Inyoma.
Come down and come to the edge of the stage.
Well done, guys. Becky and Green Springs. Please, let's take care. And for this one, we have Mr. Ayotide Sani and the representative of GM Asepa. Please come present the award to the first and second prize winners.
Yes, come on. Both of you should come forward. Both schools.
What schools should come forward? So it's come down to the
There are so many things that just align here. We're in a place where it's called making a difference. And what we're doing here really is making a difference. So I want to tell everyone who participated, that you are all winners. Please. Alright? It's just that we have to give a bigger prize gift to somebody. So please don't mind that. In saying this, these two last finalists did up the tempo a bit in terms of the product that they had and the technical knowledge or understanding of the material they were using, the process, and also the business end of the choice that they made. Please look at children, it's very important. Whatever you do needs to work. It's called feasibility. So in that aspect, maybe they were able to explain themselves better or give us a fair idea of what they are doing. But in terms of the concepts that we saw and the products that were, so I think that in saying that we can now, I know that what I'm saying is probably entering one year. Very nice.
Just to announce the prizes for the first and the second. Obviously there's a big trophy here that you can see for the first prize and then the second prize. So for the second prize, they get the trophy for the second prize gift, and then they also get a certificate of impact like the others have, and then they get the 300,000 naira cash prize. Yeah, and then for the winners of this MindThePlastic challenge, they get the massive first position trophy, they get a certificate of impact for all the students at the team. Now, we're at the end of the grocery.
to put the tension in, but I'm just going to go through, wasted too much time today and we need to move. So for the second prize winner of the Mind the Plastic Challenge goes to... The second prize goes to Chris Land. The magic was very slim, I can assure you. So you are all winners. So in no particular order, Femi Lawal, Nora, please come forward. Adenichi Tioluwani. Joan Goma. Ashiko Dimaduka. Ashiko Dimaduka. Femi Lawal, Marie. Kosowe, like. Edokwe Angel. Edokwe Angel, simple. Olariwaju Oluwatise. The amazing teacher who supported this, Olusola Gabriel. Mr. Olusola Gabriel, Mr. Shoyoye Raphael. Congratulations. And then please all come together for the trophy. Who's receiving the trophy on behalf of the school? Well done. Well done. Well done. Who's going to give us that song? The winner song. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. For the champions. Well done.
No, you got. You got. You got. Wait, where's that developer? You go.
The amazing teachers who made this possible. Because that was so much work that I'm not sure how to do with the financial support for the new organization. So, now for the presentation of the trophy as well as the check for the winners. Our team lead Kelechi will be doing that presentation. Which is given to the behalf of the school. Sarah, you're the head dollar. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah. Everybody get it. Okay. Okay. Amazing. So, it's time for us to also acknowledge the important dedication of our judges for the time and committed experience. I mean, I'm sure the family, the all have to do that. They have to be, but it's very important. So, the strong commitment, dedication, and definitely the representation of the entire program. And so, we're on heritage and relationship. Every day to protect the frame judges. No particular order, Mrs. Grace, I'm going to close this up for. Thank you so much for all the time.
are doing nice things. You are roving. Double snap.
Mrs. Chico Ajero, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Hi, Manuel, classroom. Last but not least, Mr. David Afere and Tibaye. Last but not least, our mentor, all product support and taking so well with us. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. First thing, I pass my and then our question is going on.
When you sit down, camera.
So finally, we are at the end of the program. Thanks so much for the time here today. I'll make it quick. I really love the day, but school game. My mind has been blown. I don't know about the rest of you. So, kind of like protocol. As we come to the end of the market journey, and today we start the event. On behalf of the MindThePlastic Naija team, some are just present, some are online. I want to express our deepest appreciation to everyone who has contributed to taking the MindThePlastic, taking this event a sounding success. First of all, outstanding finalists, your hard work, creativity, dedication to tackling one of Nigeria's most pressing problems, plastic waste collection, has been nothing short of inspiring. What we witnessed here today was a showcase of future leaders, pioneers, and problem solvers who have not only embraced the challenge but have risen above and beyond. Today, we witness the power of young minds coming together to address real-world issues, and it is clear that our is in capable hands. You have demonstrated that with passion, anything is possible. You are all winners for the innovation and education that you have shown today. While we encourage you to continue your journey toward creating solutions that will have a lasting impact on our environment and society. To our distinguished panel of judges, thank you for lending your expertise, your wisdom, and your time to this course. Your insight and evaluation added immense value and brought legislative and depth to the challenge. We are certain that your feedback will help these young minds grow and refine their ideas as we take it forward. I would also like to extend our heartfelt appreciation to the School of Politics, Policy and Governance, the SPPG, for their unwavering support and commitment to building a generation of change makers. The platform provided by SPPG has empowered us like us to think critically, innovate boldly, and contribute meaningfully to society. The vision of SPPG aligns perfectly with the goals of this challenge, and we are proud to have leveraged the platform for this outstanding initiative. To our sponsors, partners, and supporters, your commitment to sustainability and belief in the potential of the youth has driven the success of this project, and for that we are deeply grateful. Without your contributions, this event would not have been possible. Lastly, I would like to acknowledge the entire MindThePlastic Naija team, both those here physically and all those behind the scenes members, as well as dedicated volunteers. We have some young volunteers around, and supporters from the SPPG and others. Thank you so much for all those who work tirelessly to make this project and this event a success. Our joint dedication brought this vision to life, and it is a proof that the teamwork really does make the dream work. Thank you so much. As we close today's event, please know that the MindThePlastic Naija is not end here. In fact, it's not the beginning. The challenge of plastic waste remains evident all around us. The problem is here, everywhere. We can see it just from step outside. So the work is just beginning. But what remains evident for us really is that solutions, ideas, and information that we have seen today has shown us that progress is possible and offer hope for a cleaner and more sustainable Nigeria. We hope that this challenge has sparked a greater movement, one where each one of us in our own little spaces continue to contribute to cleaner Nigeria. If you're out there, it's throwing something out, caution for around you. Let's educate our children on the benefits of good environmental habits and the like, really. So thank you. Together we can try to change our environment so desperately needs. Congratulations once again to all participants for all their incredible efforts. We look forward to seeing the continued growth and success of your ideas. Please make sure that you take it forward. Thank you to everyone who has joined us today. Let's keep working together and driving progress towards the plastic-free future. Thank you and have a good evening. Thank you very much. So we will all go outside for a group picture now, and then that closes this event. Thank you so much for your time.
Here we stand as a people with one song, with one voice. We're a nation undivided and poised. We will take us down and build our land in faith to defend what is ours. Here we are. we're determined to rebuild and restore. Where freedom reigns and truth prevails, our land where there's hope for us all. Our land crazy when a great nation